Hi everyone, let's take a look at the following example. Solve for x. Part A, 10x squared minus 26x equals to negative 12. So when it comes to solving for x, there are many different methods. The one we're going to demonstrate in this video is going to be solved by factoring. So the first step is you write down 10x squared minus 26x plus 12, which equals to 0. So again, you're essentially bringing everything to the left-hand side. Step 2. If you think about these numbers, 10, negative 26, and 12, you can divide everything by 2. So you can divide the left-hand side and the right-hand side by 2. So this becomes 5x squared minus 13x plus 6, which equals to 0. Step number 3. In order to complex factor this, you write down 2 brackets. And if you think about the factors of 5, those are 5 and 1, which means 5x times x is going to be 5x squared. Now again, if you want to draw a box, you could. In the first box, you can write down the factors of 5. In the second box, you can write down the factors of 6, which are 6 and 1, 2 and 3. Your goal is to find a combination that will give you a sum of negative 13. So for example, negative 10, negative 3 will give you negative 13, which means 5 multiplies with negative 2. And 1 multiplies with negative 3. So now you can divide this into 2 different columns. 5x minus 3 equals to 0, x equals to, again, you bring negative 3 to the right, you divide by 5, so x is going to be 3 divided by 5. In the second column, x minus 2 equals to 0, again, you can bring negative 2 to the right, and x equals to 2. If you want to confirm you're doing it right, I would encourage you to plug these numbers back in to double check that the left-hand side and the right-hand side equals to negative 12. Part B, x squared minus 9x plus 18 equals to 0. So again, if we're trying to solve by factoring, again, while recognizing there are many methods to factoring, or solving for x, when it comes to factoring, x times x is going to give you x squared. You think of two numbers such that when you multiply them, it's going to give you 18, but when you add them, it's going to give you negative 9. So for example, x minus 3 times x minus 6. Again, you can divide this into 2 different columns. This means in the first case, x minus 3 becomes 0. X is going to be 3. In the second column, x minus 6 equals to 0, which means x equals to 6. So again, I would encourage you to double check by plugging in 3 and 6 on the left-hand side, which will give you the same number as the right-hand side. If you find this video meaningful and has any value to your math life, please consider to comment, like, share, and subscribe. I hope this makes sense.